Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm professional cool man David Michael Bennett from San Diego's native robot group, Steam-Powered Giraffe. I play the spine in Steam-Powered Giraffe. Now, I'd like to talk to you about a very special show that's coming up January 16th, 2016. We'll be performing a Vice Quadrant album release show on that date, and it'll be live in San Diego, California. We're offering a VIP experience. If you want to check out the details below, you can get regular tickets for $20 or the VIP experience for a buttload more. But it's going to be worth it either way if you come, and we'd love to see you there if you're in the area. Today is video number 11 of this Vice Quadrant show Fortnight. We are talking about progress and technology and fire. And by we, I mean me, because the other robot performers are talking about their songs in an order that's kind of like on the album, but we're just switching it up every day or so. At any rate, we don't have much longer now until the show date. Well, we're not halfway through yet, so I guess it's... The song Progress and Technology I wrote because I wanted to recreate those glamorous bands of the 1980s. A new wave, if you will. I can't wait to perform this song live, as it's going to be a challenge to hit those high notes. Now, this song was always envisioned as a song separate from the stories that I was telling with the other songs in my Vice Quadrant stories. I always imagined this song, along with some others, as songs that were just on the radio somewhere in the story. Whether or not that's with the robots singing them and actually being Steam-Powered Giraffe songs in their universe, or whether or not it was some other glam rock band that's not Steam-Powered Giraffe, really didn't matter because the universe is all made up anyways. And the robots are actually on their own space adventure, going parallel with all this other stuff. Or is it? Who knows? Because that's the secret of Vice Quadrant. You gotta think about it. And we know the answer, but it's a lot funner for it to be vague and for people to have theories. And we think we did that. So you're welcome. And this is a lot of inspiration from songs like "In the Year 2525," "If Man Is Still Alive," "If Woman Can Survive," all that kind of. Oh my God, the technology is going to advance so fast that we won't even be able to recognize ourselves. But at the end of the day, I really love technology. There was a nice, fun pitter-patter kind of part in the song where it has all of us singing harmonies really fast, where the diction and the proper placement of the syllables was very important, and that was really fun. And then it switches into like a gallopy, like, oh, we're on a bunch of mechanical future horse steeds. You know, I see these visuals when I write most of my songs, so you can kind of see that, you know, we're painting a picture in our heads. Even though this one's not necessarily about part of the Vice Quadrant story, it all ties together with space travel and the future, and, you know, maybe some of these songs are happening at different times in the Vice Quadrant story. That's a hint for all of you out there who want more backstory lore. But we're not going to give it to you just quite yet. The second song I'm going to talk about today is Fire. Now, Fire was a song that I came up with just on my own outside of Steam-Powered Giraffe. Steam-Powered Giraffe wasn't doing much at the time, and I was still jonesing to do some music, so I made this song. You know, there's a lot of inspirations for Fire, but when I thought of it first, I knew it was going to be a part of a bigger story. However, I didn't know that it would be Steam-Powered Giraffe. I just had the story in my head. And sometimes, you know, if you have a story in your head and you're a musician and you have to, you know, write that story out, but you can't because you're not a novelist, I tried to tie it into a story by making a song about a specific part. And there's a lot of disasters in space, and that's basically what the song is about. This is something that doesn't happen on Earth. It's very unique to space travel. So the song isn't too complicated to figure out, but I'll let you in on what my idea was for it. Basically, it's the astronaut again. He was a little kid in Nana Crescendo. He's a little older now, and he's in a space station, and there's a fire. And when the fire happens, the space station, it has to evacuate that room or section of the space station. So naturally, oh no, the people are going to be blown out into space. but they won't care about it being cold because they're on fire. But at the same time, fire can't exist in space, and that's pretty much the song. And when you think about it too hard, the song's morbid and weird. But at any rate, it's one of those moments that you see in like films where someone has to witness something so terrible, and maybe they can't deal with it. And this guy just happens to have seen it twice. And it was a lot worse the second time. Because, it wasn't just one guy, it was like men and women. Anyways, this was a popular song. I eventually moved it into Steam-Powered Giraffe just so we could perform it live. And I said, hey, why can't this be a Steam-Powered Giraffe song? And of course, I was like, hey, we're gonna make that space album. This is a space song, it's gotta go on it. And after the years of trying to make the album and, making other albums instead, we had quite a plethora of space songs. And it came down to, well, we're probably not gonna make another space album anytime soon. We might as well just put all these space songs on the album. If we decided to cut any of them, it would have made the album a little shorter, but in the end, we decided to keep every single one. And it actually works. From our point of view, all the ones that were for the stories definitely told the stories how we imagined, and then we had all these other songs that were radio songs where that kind of ties in the robots a little more. We definitely felt like we went all out instead of just holding back. We could have done more maybe, but we thought the amount of songs on this album was giant, and there definitely was talks of this album is going to be giant. We're gonna have to put it on 2 discs. And then we were like, let's do it. All right, that's all I want to talk to you about today. That doesn't make sense. That's all I'm going to talk about to you today. There we go. Now I'm not talking about today, I'm talking about whatever the heck I was talking about. English language is tough for David Michael Bennett. Tune in tomorrow, where it'll be video number 10 on this Fortnight countdown, where Bunny will be talking about Burning in the Stratosphere and Sky Sharks, our collaboration with Professor Elemental. Be sure to check out the show that we have coming up in January, January 16th, 2016. We would love to see you there if you're in the area. San Diego, California, it's a beautiful place. Can't beat the weather. Well, it's not raining. Nah, it never rains in Southern California. When it does, it pours. Oh, it pours. Kind of like a quote from a song from Albert Hammond, I believe, was him. Go look up that song on YouTube. I'll put the link down below. Find it yet? Okay, well click on the tickets and buy some tickets for the show first, and then you can click on the YouTube video for the song that I was kind of trying to reference. Good song, right? You're welcome. Until next time.